Okay.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all. This is a world of capes and lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Saturday Night Capes and Lunatics. It's episode 27, the one Lilith has been dreading. Because why? Because it's our Justice League review, and it's just the two of us.
Yeah, Charlie and Tyler didn't want angry emails from all you fanboy nerds.
No, Tyler was probably the most hyped about this movie, but he had to work, and Charlie couldn't make it.
I'm just teasing.
Charlie didn't see the movie yet.
He might not ever after this review.
You never know. There's always some weird comment you can make. Be like, you think it was a down point. You'd be like, oh, I want to see that. The superior professor is trying to figure out how to put his mind in his arch nemesis' body. All right. So, I think we know how Lilith feels about Justice League.
Okay. Let's just take it from the top. Let's go slow. I thought Steppenwolf was an awful idea, and they're treating mother boxes like Infinity Stones. No, thank you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, aren't mother boxes like devices, not not like Infinity Stones? Thank you very much. And completely CGI.
So it reeks of playing catch up, and I just don't like it.
That's their whole problem, is they're trying to play catch up with Marvel, and you can't. You have to put in that time. I'm like, we shouldn't have had Justice League first. We shouldn't have got Suicide Squad when we did. We should have got most, if not all, of those solo movies first.
I feel like the solo movies should just have been standalone and not connected, and all those things too. It's just, that's the one thing that DC does better, are those what if tales, those standalone things, and the animated universe movies show that. And so it's just like, everything doesn't have to be connected. I would prefer none of this must be connected, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like, isn't that the next animated movie is, what is it, Gotham by Gaslight?
It is.
You sound a little staticky, but, what was I going to say? But you have to admit, it was better than Batman vs. Superman.
Was it, though?
It wasn't worse. I don't think it was worse.
I think it's a tie for worst movie in the DCEU.
I don't know. I think it was at least a little bit above Bat. I mean,
I will reserve judgment until the extended director's cut comes out, because that's the only way these movies make sense now.
I mean, at least Batman was being a team player this time instead of I got to kill that guy. Which is
out of the. They're butchering Batman already. I mean, they butchered him in Batman vs. Superman, but.
What did you see? Now they're saying, Affleck wants out, and they're already calling.
Those are rumors, but those rumors have been there since his reviews of Batman versus Superman. And
yeah, but I've seen it in multiple places now. Did you see who they're saying the front runner is if he leaves?
Who?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, I did. I was watching Super Connectivity, and I hope you guys were joking. I had to go after that. After I heard that, I was like, I need to walk out of the room for a minute, and I haven't.
I've seen it online. At least.
Okay, well, at least he's American.
Yeah. What, Affleck isn't it?
He's a Bostonian. That they don't count. I'm kidding.
At Lil Hellfire.
Yeah, come fight me, nerds. I don't care. I just mean, it's been a trend lately that a lot of these superheroes are from across the pond, and Prince of Persia, I love Jake Gyllenhaal and Donnie Darko, things like that, Bubble Boy, but and that's why I just think it's all lies. I think it's all lies. And but Affleck probably put this out for more money, and he wants to direct something. That's my personal opinion, and so I hear a reliable source. I don't even consider EW reliable anymore, so.
Mm-hmm.
But we got well, I don't want to jump ahead, but one of the post credit scenes is Deathstroke and Joe Manganiello, and I'm just like, he's supposed to be in the Batman movie, and then they said he could have his own solo movie, and so I'm just like, officially tapped out of the DCEU. Aquaman is my last official DC movie that I will spend money on.
That was gonna be one of my big questions for you. What did you think of your boy Aquaman?
I think they really handicapped the character. I think that some of these solo movies should have come out before Justice League because it feels very rushed and it feels very, hey, Wonder Woman 2 is coming. I think Gal Gadot stole the show, which, you know, is, I mean, that's actually saying a lot because I find her acting to not be, you know, top tier. So when you have Affleck, who's much more seasoned and she's better than him.
Well, didn't they do some reshoots on this movie? I'm thinking they did.
Sure they did.
Well, did they maybe push her more in front of the camera as more important in this story since Wonder Woman did so well with the, you know, as her movie?
I don't think that was part of the reshoots. Maybe it was in the editing, but I don't think that was part of the reshoots at all. I can't even tell what was the reshoots, quote unquote. Like, I don't even believe it happened now because this movie's still terrible. No offense.
Well, I know. Well, if nothing else, they had to CG out Cavill's porn stash.
Waste of money when you can use a damn razor. Just saying.
Well, I think they said that was part of the reshoots. They had to bring him back in, but at that point, he has been doing another movie, so he had the stash for another movie. So I guess.
I mean, you can make fake mustaches. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. There must have been an argument between.
Well, this from a guy who likes to show us taco meat and believes that Superman should have scruff because of one arc in a comic. Like, I don't like Cavill as Superman. I've made that pretty clear.
Freaking X-ray vision.
It is what it is. We're stuck with it. And like I said, Aquaman's the last. Sorry, Wonder Woman 2. Sorry, everything that comes after that. But we did get Green Lanterns in the opening, so there's that.
Oh yeah, that whole thing about the
original Steppenwolf battle, yeah.
Don't mess that up this time. Don't mess that up again, DC.
The CGI was lacking. Like, the CGI was on par with like the first Hulk film. How long ago was that?
Yeah, the whole completely CGI bad guy is just, I don't know.
It had its moments. But we're too far along in this universe now for for this to be such a mess.
Maybe if it had been like a Dark Side or like a more well-known villain, I'd let the CGI slide. But Steppenwolf, that's who we get. For the first Justice League, we get Steppenwolf. I know you're building the Dark Side, but come on, give us a name.
I'm not happy that they're really pushing Jesse for a return as Lex.
Teenage Luthor, yeah.
I mean, baby villains. I mean, you know, baby villains and actors didn't work in Fantastic Four. They won't work here.
No. As long
as things that people hate. I'm sorry.
The kids don't care as long as the story's good. They don't care who's playing these characters.
Well, the story's not good, so it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. But I don't think that's going to help it. But I love Manganiello, man. He went full Deathstroke. He had the full gray hair. Even Manu Bennett hasn't gone that far yet.
Now maybe we can pull Sofia Vergara into maybe they can work together.
Oh no, make her Adeline.
They're a thing in real life, so.
Yeah, I know. Aren't they married? Yeah, make her Adeline Kane.
Well, maybe.
I shoot your eye out.
She could be Talia al Ghul for all we know. She has the boobs for the suit, so.
You're killing me here. You sound like you're underwater.
Hold on then.
Okay. But
I might have to be right back.
Okay.
Just keep the people entertained. I'll be right back.
I will. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm not as negative about this movie as Lilith is. Don't tell her that. But yeah, there are certain points. There's one big point I didn't like about this movie that I will discuss with Lilith when she gets back. I have hope. I want to be hopeful for the DCEU, but I don't know. I don't know if it's too late for the Justice League. maybe this next wave of characters, maybe when we get Shazam or Batgirl or Nightwing. Hello?
It always comes back to Nightwing with you.
Well, no, I was saying, I'm trying to be more hopeful about the DCU, but is it too late for like the Justice League? Or are we not going to have
It's too late for the Justice League. Like they had a chance that they could introduce Black Canary, and they didn't.
I mean, you had to log in when I said Nightwing, but I said, are we just going to have to pin our hopes on the next wave of characters like Shazam or Batgirl and Nightwing?
No offense to Shazam, y'all know I love the big red cheese, but
I don't know that I really don't care about Shazam.
I do, but
I don't think the movie's gonna. No, but they keep saying they're like, oh, how if Affleck wants to leave, wants to be the best, are they gonna do this? Someone else just gonna pick up that character? Are they gonna write him out? I'm like, just kill him off. Bring Nightwing in.
I don't know. I tried to like this movie. I really did.
Well, what my one major problem with this movie was? That Flash.
Okay. Okay. See, this is why I'm wearing my Flash shirt today. I'm sorry, Grant Gustin, greater than Ezra Miller.
Thank you.
Fight me, nerds. Fight me.
I agree, and so does Danielle.
John Wesley Shipp, amazing Barry Allen. I'm just saying, like it's not just about how he looks, it's about how he acts and the fact that he was a college student and he wasn't established. It's just everything about this Flash I do not like.
And why was he like a homeless neurotic until the end? And did he drop the line? I mean, not that it matters, but did he drop the line in there about being Jewish?
It must have. Did he?
I thought he said something about it, unless he was joking.
Pulled a Felicity? If he pulled a Felicity, there's no hope for this character.
But I'm just like, and why didn't you have Grant in this movie? I mean, I understand they were trying to keep the movie and TV thing separate, but I mean, they're like, oh yeah, this Flash is going to be so different. He went to the prison to visit his father. He even put his hand up on the freaking glass. And didn't they say there's going to be Reverse Flash in the movie? We're going to have a black.
He's going to be in a wheelchair. They might be retweaking that because I mean, when they change it to Flashpoint or whatever, it's like a retool. But
there's going to be Black Iris in the movie. I'm like, how is this movie not? They're doing Flashpoint. They said, how is this not different from the? How is this different from the TV show?
Well, yeah, I love Grant. I love Grant as a TV actor. I've seen him in like 2 movies, and they're both kind of like teen movies. So I don't know, but like I like him on TV.
I mean, would he be the best? Maybe not, but I think he would be better than Ezra Miller at this point. If you brought in,
I like Ezra Miller in everything he's ever been in, except for this.
But if you brought in Grant, lock, stock, and barrel as the exact same character, or well, I mean, you don't have to bring him along all the baggage, but if he acts the same as that same character, it would be better.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, it did take the writers of The Flash, 4 seasons to get him to the Barry that we actually, like, he kind of sort of resembles in the comics.
Yeah.
Where he's caring and he thinks about people first and he can admit his faults and all these things. But I don't know. I don't know who this is supposed to be. This feels like we're dealing with Impulse or something.
But yeah, I know. And at one point I was like, well, if they're going to go this route, I'm like, why didn't they just put Wally in the movie? But then... Or do you do Black Wally? If you do White Wally,
do Black Wally.
I was gonna say, but if you do White Wally, are you gonna confuse people? Hey, well, Wally's black on the TV.
Well, there were 2 Wallys in the comic book, so it's what you gotta do.
I know, but are people gonna complain? And I don't know.
Long sides all around about these decisions.
And I mean, the character was fine, but. Really, we're putting Cyborg in the Justice League. It just reminds me.
It will never make me feel good.
It just reminds me of New 52 and makes me sad. But I'm just like, okay, how about this? I mean, if not Martian Manhunter, if you want a person of color in there, you could even have used maybe. Tell me if you agree with this. You could have used the same actor, but make him Jon Stewart. Yeah. I don't know if he's a little young for the part, but I mean. You want that character?
Well, they're trying to play Flash as a Central City University student, so anything goes at this point.
I know, but I'm just, yeah. So exactly, it's like save Cyborg. Maybe Nightwing's coming. You can do a Titan something. Save Cyborg. Put Jon Stewart in there.
I think they're afraid of the Green Lanterns, though. I think they did absolutely have to put them in at the beginning to make sure that, because fans are very touchy about it.
But they had
they can't have a full-fledged Lantern member in.
They called out Green Lanterns in this movie, and we're getting a solo Green Lantern movie, right? So
eventually,
you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're gonna do it, why not do it now? Cement him.
Well, isn't you can't have, okay? So for movie Justice League, you can't have too many OPs. Like Superman's the ultimate OP character. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're with them, so it's just kind of like.
Well, I mean, Cyborg seemed pretty powerful. I mean, he's rocking mother box technology.
Yeah, but of course, because he's the black character, he's kind of bungling. He's not very good at his job just yet. So,
whereas Flash said, "We're the accidents."
Yes, you were.
Because that struck me. I was like, wait, that's true. Those are the only two that weren't like basically born with their powers. I mean, even Batman doesn't have powers, but he's born in the money.
Okay, Charlie. Easy there.
One bad plane could feed how many orphans in that city?
All the orphans. But I did kind of dig. I have always liked Batfleck's version of Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
He humanizes Bruce, but I don't like his Batman. His Batman's ridiculous.
Who, Affleck's?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it was all right. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't know. I really don't have a huge problem with his Batman.
For the Diana Bruce dynamic, like,
yes,
that was the saving grace of this movie. Let's just be honest.
From the they kind of had a relationship in Justice League in the early, 2000s, but that ain't gonna happen in the comics now. But yeah, do that in the movies.
Anything's better than Wonder Woman and Superman, I'll tell you that.
Well,
I didn't even like it in Kingdom Come, so
they're engaged now, so in the movie.
Yeah. Sigh. Long sighs.
What did you think? All right, now what did you think of Wolf? Before we get to the resurrection, what did you think of Lois before he comes back? Just be like, oh, I can't write anymore.
That is not the Lois Lane I know and love.
Exactly.
Amy Adams has never been the Lois Lane I know and love. Okay?
Well, just the way the character is written. I mean, when he died, she should have doubled down and be like, guess what? I'm throwing myself into war zones and
exactly. They don't know these characters, and that's the problem. They don't get it. They don't get what the appeal has been for this long, and it's not even lost in translation. It's just they literally don't know.
Too much suit interference.
I don't even think it's the suits. I just think the writers supposedly Jeff Johns is more closely involved with everything, and he's a fanboy, but I can't tell.
Exactly. I saw his name on there at least once or twice. I was like, okay, is that why we get the Flash with his father in jail again, pressing the hand up? But I'm like this. I'm not seeing a lot of Jeff Johns' influence here, unless he's just sticking his name on it.
Bendis. Sorry.
Oh no, they have him now. They could bring him in on a movie.
Let's just brace ourselves. I mean, I can see him writing Suicide Squad 2 or 3 or whatever they're gonna go for.
You think they would give him that, or would they?
They'd probably give him something on the Warner Brothers app. That's.
I was about to. Oh no, I was gonna say no. Whedon has Batgirl. I was gonna say,
don't do Nightwing. Don't do it. I don't know what it is about this movie. Like I was excited about Justice League, and then as it got closer and more like the other movies came out, I was just like,
well, I know I definitely was getting worried, especially after Batman v Superman. I was worried.
And then I was like, Wonder Woman did so good and was a good story, if not kind of paint by the numbers basic, but
that was one movie. I was like,
and then you heard about the reshoots, and so it's just like,
and plus,
okay.
Plus wasn't this in development like at the same time as Wonder Woman? So they couldn't learn their lessons from Wonder Woman. A lot of this crap was done over, before Wonder Woman even hit theaters. So
they doubled down on everything everybody criticized them for, though. So I feel like this movie was kind of like a thumb, like, we know you're going to go anyway. Speaking of which, let me check this box office real quick, because I feel like it was only 96. Yeah, it's 96 million. The first day it opened, it was only 37 million, though.
Mm-hmm. What? Oh, wait, so right now they're at 96?
Right now they're at 96.
Okay, because I know there was a report. What was it yesterday? They were saying, "Oh, it might only do 90. They're looking for at least 100."
It's still lower than expected.
Yeah, I know. But
and I don't think it's gonna hit billion the way that Wonder Woman did. Wonder Woman was like kind of this unstoppable force everywhere. I don't see that for Justice League.
yeah, no, it's not going to be Wonder Woman. But I think they want it. It has to do with. I think it has to do with.
It didn't do good at the Chinese box office, so you know that worldwide is already cut short. So,
what did the fish man say? But yeah,
PDP.
I know. Hey, Daddy Professor isn't here to rein us in tonight.
I know. Terrible.
Hallowed be his name. But yeah, I think at least it has to do at least 100 million, or it's considered a complete failure.
Yep. So it'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. People have waited so long for all these on-screen characters to come together. And it feels good that it happened.
Waiting for them to what? Come together.
Because you can't save the world alone.
Unite
but
the
you
seven.
can destroy the DCEU single-handedly.
Unite the 7. I mean 6.
Yeah.
What was up with that? Unite the 7. Even when Superman came back, it was
well.
Were we planning on Green Lantern at first, and then that didn't happen, or?
Chaos possibly. I mean that's a slogan from something else though. You know what I mean? Some marketing campaigns are better than others, and more research than others is all that I'll say about that. So
ad execs can't count.
Or people don't follow through on plans.
Ooh.
Right?
Somebody
they also cut a lot of the Aquaman stuff out. Jason Momoa did a couple of interviews that I read, and it had specifically to do with like Atlantis and all that. So
that surprises me, because I thought they were all like, "Yeah, look at Aquaman."
I mean, it was more like just look at Momoa. It's not really about Aquaman.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not really. I mean, he could be any DC character at this point. But you know what I mean? Look
at our good-looking, tough biker, underwater biker dude.
Oil rigs and muscles and explosions. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised they cut it. I thought they were all like, "Oh, look at it."
I mean, this movie was only an hour and 59 minutes.
I think it was. Didn't they? I thought with credits
and everything. Runtime, right?
I
thought it was 121 minutes, so like 2 hours and one. I thought.
Oh,
something like that. So it was around like 2 hours exactly. Yeah. Although, do you think that might have helped, since this movie was kind of on the weaker side? Do you think that might have helped instead of dragging it out and you're just like sitting there going, "Oh, is this over yet?"
Yeah, Wonder Woman did feel a little long, so I was thankful that this train wreck was over a little bit sooner.
I wasn't thinking Wonder Woman. I'm thinking Batman v Superman.
You know what? I felt like that movie wasn't long enough, because I still, for the life of me, don't know the story. It was a mess.
You had a quicker pace. You didn't have time to sit around and say, "What the hell were they doing?"
That's exactly why it was shorter. Because everything about it's nonsensical. It's just like, okay, of course these two knuckleheads are gonna say no. You can't have everybody. You have to have some conflict. You have to have something unexpected happen. Of course, Victor. We're like, well, Victor, we know your dad's gonna be kidnapped. It's fine.
Yeah, right? a lot of predictability in this movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you saw some trailers. Yes.
I really lately I've been trying to stay away from spoilers for everything that I think I might like. So
me too. And I ran into one the other day I knew about that Lex Luthor Deathstroke end credit scene.
Oh, that's the one that got ruined for you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can talk about the race. It's just like, oh, this age-old thing. And then you're just going to end the scene at the beginning of the race. Cool.
I was going to say, they didn't show a winner, so it's basic. It's not like a big
okay, if Flash is the fastest man alive, technically Superman isn't a man. He's an alien. So...
Well, I thought the whole modern thing was like you let Flash win by a hair because super speed is all he has. Superman has all that other stuff.
Well, but that's been my thing since I was a kid. Technically, Superman's not human, so who cares? He's an alien.
Oh, he's a man. Ask Lois.
He can make kids in certain iterations, so I guess you're right, sir. Even though that doesn't make sense, but sure.
Okay, Charlie.
Anyway,
oh my.
I'm happy that I think a lot of people will find that Gal Gadot will be the bright spot for this movie, and I'm glad for her. I'm happy for her. That'll spark some things for Wonder Woman 2. I think that Momoa as Aquaman is gonna make people want to go see Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
A movie shouldn't just be a trailer for these standalone movies. It should be cohesive. It had no stakes to me as well. So,
and I know we saw her for all of 2 seconds, but what did you think of her? Yeah.
I mean, she looks pretty, but she doesn't seem like the BAMF that I know and love in the stories. And I guess that just has to come later. And so all you can do is, ooh, she's pretty. I can't wait to see more of her, I guess, because she's a female character.
They really didn't give her much to do, though.
Trying to look wet and pretty. That's all.
Isn't that what the DCU is? Stand around, look pretty.
It's starting to feel like it now. Definitely. All its faults, Man of Steel didn't feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
It had some stakes, and now I just don't feel like any of these stories have stakes.
All right, I wish Tyler was here so
we could get some positivity.
Well, no. So Kryptonians on Earth, I guess, don't decay when they die. Because if
the plot doesn't demand it,
because that's what Batman was even saying when they were talking about bringing him back. He's like, yeah, if in this body it doesn't decomposed or something. I'm just like, okay.
The Mother Box resurrection was weird.
Locked away from the sun, he's not going to decompose. I mean, if he was out in the sun, I could maybe see it, but
maybe there's a secret second sun underground that helped.
Unless he still had some solar charge in his.
You can't think too hard about it.
I know it's the DCEU. I know.
It's just comic books in general.
I know. But it's, at least sometimes Marvel, get the Charlie route. Marvel tries to explain. DC, they just want you to go with it.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Cyborg? Like, they didn't for this movie to be an ensemble movie, I feel like really we spent most of our time with Godot and Affleck.
Well, like I said, again, of course, Wonder Woman's movie did the best out of everybody, so of course you want her in there. But you think too, as the only female on the team, you think that's why they put her center stage, and of course, they're like, everyone knows Batman. Plus, I think they were counting on the Batman factor, him being a bigger deal than everyone else, and that's who everyone wanted to see for the most part.
I think we're burnt. I think a lot of people are burnt out on Batman. I know I am.
Well, why? Because they shove him in everything do.
Even in the cartoon movies. It's like, Justice League, it's not your thing, Batman. Go away. It's not your thing. It's not your time. Go away.
Yeah. I know. That's what they think people want, but it's like any character. I mean, Batman, Harley Quinn, Deadpool. It's like, yeah, people love these characters, but not if you...
Hold on. Time out. But you can technically never have enough Deadpool. That is true. Especially when Ryan Reynolds is playing him. So let's just...
That's what she said.
I'm sure that's what Blake says every night. Yes.
Hey now! But if you burn them out, I mean, if you try to milk it every 2 seconds, you're going to burn out even these characters that are universally loved.
Yeah. I think Batman's on that tipping scale. Like, it's like what happened with Superman. Like, Superman was my favorite for a very, very long time. Superman, it was a blatant cash grab, and it turned me off. Just turned my little 11-year-old self right off from Superman, and he was number 2. And Batman went to number 1, and now it's none of the Trinity. It's Green Arrow, because even though he has a TV show, cares about him, and that's the way I like it. Woo!
Oh my!
So small miracles.
I thought you were done with Arrow.
I
am. Okay.
Not the comic book, but TV show. I am.
Oh, so you didn't watch it this week?
Mm-mm.
When Diggle came to they go figure it out that the experimental steroid he's taking is coming from
You mean the most predictable storyline we all knew was coming?
that came like yeah, it was coming from the bad guy, yeah. And then Lila found out and was not happy.
I did see a clip on YouTube about Lila happy that he's the Green Arrow and it makes her Randy though.
Oh yeah, they were about to do it, and then like later on he tells her about he's taking this drug and it's coming from the bad guy and he was gonna wait to take him off the street, and she's like, wait. She's like, you yell at me all the time when I make decisions like that.
So now I just saw the beginning of that scene. She's all like, I'm so happy you're the Green Arrow. I'm like, oh my God. Little John's in the next room. Stop, please.
I'd be like, wait a minute, are you attracted to me or Oliver? Wait, what?
Well, Oliver is Iris's hall pass, apparently. It's gonna be awkward at the wedding. Anyway, I would love to see a Green Arrow in the DCEU though. I would love to see maybe
What?
a Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
Something that's not like aliens and in space and interdimensional beings. I need something more grounded from the DCEU.
I mean, if they're going to go ahead with this, Luthor and Deathstroke and whoever else in Justice League, you can bring in those more grounded characters like Green Arrow and whoever else.
It's just a thought. Maybe since, Marvel's going so galactic with the Infinity Wars, you do the opposite.
Yes. Do something. I mean, and Lex can still threaten the whole planet,
I mean, he is. He still has his mind. But I was like, isn't that a Joker thing where you go into the cell and it's not the dude? Like, I felt like that was more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the guy was like sitting there laughing. It was like, okay.
Yeah, I was just like, you guys realize that Lex isn't the Joker, right? I know you guys were mad at Leto and everything, but I did enjoy. What else did I enjoy besides the Bruce Diana?
You did enjoy something in this movie.
Yeah, the Bruce and Diana dynamic. I totally dig that.
You wanted her to get You wanted her to get the batarang, right?
No, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't.
Her popping his shoulder back in.
He's into that. I just hate the hope and fear thing. Like, I know Superman's the ultimate hope, symbol of hope and everything, but I was like, can we at least got Granny Goodness or something else in here? Besides Steppenwolf, anything?
I know.
And the boom tube thing, I was just like, oh God, it's my least favorite thing, and they made it. They made it happen.
I mean, those mother boxes, they aren't, like you said, they aren't Infinity Stones. They're, open me up a boom tube. I
mean, if for that fact, just have him have a teleporter belt. Just borrow from Deadpool. It's fine. I don't know. I too heavily on all the Batman side characters too. We have Martha in this one. We have J.K. Simmons making his debut as James Gordon.
Does that seem weird?
Amy Adams.
Does that seem weird that they debut Gordon in the Justice League movie and not like?
And he's got intel on the parademons or what? I'm like, okay, sure, buddy. I know Gotham's weird, but it ain't that weird.
Well, did I take that as like, they're attacking all over the world, so they're getting all these reports? Because even that cop was telling him, he's like, is this the Batman? And he's like, yeah, okay. Been fighting crime for 20 years. All of a sudden, he's gonna start kidnapping people. Okay.
Yeah,
and I think that's another big misstep. So Batfleck's been around for 20 years, and the rest of them are just like showing up. It's like. The only one with the big age, who should have the big age discrepancy, is Wonder Woman.
I still don't get it with the Wonder Woman thing. Like, it doesn't feel right to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about her being, locked away in the world of man, working at the Louvre or whatever she's doing.
Oh yeah, she tells him to get over, and he's like, "Wait, who told you that, Steve Trevor?" Okay, I haven't seen you in 100 years.
Exactly. I mean, you know, this is the thing. Marvel are most for the most part, you know, all their big characters are like kind of like humans pretending to be gods, and you know, except for like maybe Thor. Thor's like, I don't think they know I'm a god kind of thing. Meanwhile, it's the gods. With the case of Batman, I don't think they know I'm not a god, you know, kind of thing. So they're all very people, and that's fine and dandy, but I don't know. It's just not what I want to see in my heroes sometimes, especially the way the world is right now. I don't need Superman with taco meat hanging out of his uniform, banging chicks, you know, getting into bar fights. It's just not what I need.
Fucking peanuts. But yeah, why did he come back all shirtless? I mean, weren't we supposed to get the black suit?
I could have sworn I was promised a black suit.
I thought so too, unless that was one of the reshoots or something, or they cut that out.
Or maybe it was just to get our hopes up so they could take it away.
I mean, I understand trying to protect his identity, but he was buried, unless they were worried about somebody digging him up or something.
Lex digging him up, doing some weird experiments on him.
Oh yeah, because Lex found out he was Clark in Batman v Superman. Yeah. Oh, that's
don't try to fan wink an explanation. They did it because they wanted to, and they didn't care.
We don't have money for the black suit. We gotta digitally.
We can always CGI on a black suit. Who cares?
Oh god, that's gonna be Tyler's next project. Trying to put him in the black suit.
Please do, or edit this movie down to 10 minutes for me, Ty. How about that?
And I know you're the person to ask about this. The whole thing with Cyborg. He's like, no, you know, my cybernetics are attacking him on their own. Did you get like a Blue Beetle vibe from that?
No,
like the newest Blue Beetle. You know, like, oh, this I can't.
Maybe
Suit's in attack mode.
Like I said, he's new and he's bungling and he hasn't figured it out. That was mine. I didn't like Cyborg. I don't feel like Cyborg needs to be there. I've never really been a big fan of Cyborg on the Justice League team.
Because it's New 52 crap. I told you. But if you have to have Cyborg, don't make it Mother Box tech.
Yeah.
Just make it regular tech.
It's like Loki in the first, you know. It's a MacGuffin. It's fine. Make
Cyborg, if you have to have him, make Cyborg your Iron Man, except, you know, everything's built in. You can have you want to steal from Marvel, hey, you can still have like some kind of cute AI or something, you know, to talk to.
That turns evil and becomes sentient eventually.
He could have had some high school sweetheart who got killed, and then all it hits her in his head or whatever.
You know what? Side note, I always felt like Vision was like a poor man's Red Tornado for some reason.
You just said that because he was originally red.
I mean, it's weird. That's what I always just felt like it was a knockoff. I don't know who came first though. Now that I think about it.
Oh, we'll have to look that up.
I'm sure it's Red Tornado though.
Both built by villains.
Yeah.
Hello, Target. Hello, Google.
Just ask Siri. That's what you have an Apple phone for, to talk to Siri. That's the only thing about Apple phones that are cool.
Yeah, and then half the time it's like, oh, I don't know. Let me look that up.
That's why Google Assistant is so awesome. You can save yourself a trip.
Hey Siri, when did Red Tornado debut?
Okay, I found this on the web for when did a Red Tornado debut.
What is it? Direct me to Wikipedia. Red Tornado, first appearance, Justice League of America 64, 1968. So now I'm just gonna go straight to Wikipedia because
since you're there.
Yeah, since Syria.
Only on this podcast, I swear.
So what did I say? 68?
Yep, you said 68.
Oh, Vision also appeared in 68. Do you remember what month I said Red Tornado was? Because Vision was October 68. Let me see. Wait.
Oh, this is the Aquaman Namor thing.
Oh, Red Tornado was first by
2 months.
2 months, yeah.
Yeah.
August instead of October, yes.
Mm-hmm. Shady. Comic Book Wars.
Stan had his spies in that DC office.
I'm saying. Anyway, back to this. If I had to grade this movie, I'd give it a C+. And that's being super generous.
I don't know. I might have to go B-.
It's not the worst thing, but it was fun, but it's not groundbreaking. It's not true to who the characters that I want them to be, I guess.
Maybe it's just relief that it's like, oh, this wasn't Batman v Superman.
That movie grows on you though eventually. I don't think this movie has any rewatchability.
You think Batman v Superman has more rewatchability than this?
The extended version, sure.
You sure we're gonna get an extended version?
I don't know what can make me change my mind.
Oh wait! I'm sure we'll get this version and an extended version, whether they come together in Blu-ray or not, or you have to buy them separately. But you're right. I'm sure we'll get both versions because.
I did like the scoring, and I love the soundtrack.
Yes.
Double XL Junkie or whatever the heck.
Yes.
So I like him. I like the Magic Mike soundtrack. I think that's his best work, but don't judge me. No, I'm serious. The music on that is great. Day Hans Zimmerman, so I kind of dig their collaboration. So let me think. I didn't like what did I like the best? I think I like Batman on the Roof. And then the story of Steppenwolf was pretty cool too. I don't know. The music's always been pretty good though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you have the soundtrack yet? Or you plan on getting it? Or?
No, I have the soundtrack. Yeah. I got it. Was it Thursday night? I think. Yeah.
You know who needs to be doing the music? Blake Neely.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
I was watching some TV show. What is it? I think it's Kevin Saves the World on ABC, and I see Blake Neely's name, and I'm like, yes, he's getting work outside the Arrowverse again. I
was gonna say 4 Arrowverse shows. Now you saw him on another show. He probably doesn't have time to do any movies.
He doesn't sleep. My mission is to have an interview with him and ask him seriously how he sleeps like what 2 hours a day, 2 hours every other day.
Oh, you mean like us? But yeah, I'd love to talk to him.
Should people go see Justice League?
If you're a DC fan, I would say yes. If not, if you want an action movie, say if you like action movies with say not a lot of depth, I'd say go see it.
Are you saying Michael Bay could have directed this, or?
How dare you! I don't think it's that bad.
As a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, I will never forgive him. So,
as a child who grew up with Transformers, I will never forgive him.
What else can I ask you?
Or should we talk about something else?
Oh yeah, let's.
You want to talk some
I don't know.
comics?
Let me just say this. If you're a DC fan, go. If you haven't seen this movie yet, go see it, but don't have high hopes, don't have high expectations. Like I said, it's fun. It's nothing groundbreaking. If you dig the way things went, which a lot of casuals really liked Batman versus Superman. It was the fans that kind of like the real hardcore comic book fans that didn't. I'm kind of my answer for it.
I can dig it.
Let's talk about Punisher.
Okay. Oh, what did you?
I saw the first 2 episodes.
That's what I watched so far. The first 2. What did you think?
I thought the second episode was an extreme improvement over the first episode, and I didn't think that first episode was that bad.
Well, I mean, he didn't do much in that first. Well, I mean, after he killed off, spoilers. After he kills off the people who killed his family, he was kind of not doing not much.
You know what? For as far as origin stories go, I can never get enough of Punisher's origin story, honestly.
Oh my god, I love that kill across the U.S. border.
I am totally digging Punisher. The Netflix verse has the Marvel Netflix verse has redeemed itself. It has washed the Iron Fist taste out of my mouth.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's not a buck production. It's not a we got bucked production.
If we don't talk about it, maybe he'll go away. If nobody ever mentions his name again, maybe he will fade from existence.
Maybe the
Sorry,
bad man. Don't remember the bad man. But oh yeah, I love the second episode.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to finish it. This is the first time I've been excited since season 1 of Daredevil. I stayed up and I was just like the first 2 episodes are kind of slow, but once you got to the 3rd episode, you're like, I can't go to sleep till I finish. Mm-hmm. Netflix constantly asking, "Are you?" Yes, I'm still here. Stop asking.
But I think I don't know. It might help that I mean, it's not really. They said it's not going to connect much to the rest of the Defender stuff, and except for Karen Page showing up.
Which is a shame because I feel like it would get the character more exposure, but at the same time, I don't need it to be interwoven with that mess.
Yeah, but I mean, if you brought in any of them, I mean, a lot of them got
just give them Luke Cage. We all know that's what we want. I feel like Luke Cage is kind of the connector, not so much Jessica anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, most of them, I think they didn't bring in any. Well, Jessica Jones, I guess you brought Luke Cage in season 1. But I was gonna say in season 1 they didn't really get a lot of cross. But if you bring in any of those heroes, or then you have to be like, well, why aren't they stopping the Punisher? Luke Cage, which could just smack him down and be like, stop it.
Well, the world needs him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Luke out of everybody could probably see that the most out of everybody if they did.
I don't know. I think
than the rest of them, to be honest.
I don't know. Do you think? I think. Well, maybe besides Matt Murdock. After Matt Murdock, I think Luke Cage is probably the one the most who would be like, no, don't kill.
And he would not kill for that episode, and then as soon as he left, he'd be killing again.
I think Jessica Jones might be the one who mostly understood why you need a Punisher.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the production value, the acting, the script, everything. It's been a very long time since I could say that for a Marvel Netflix.
Oh, I knew John Bernthal would be great in that after watching him in the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead.
Sorry, I never heard of the show. I don't know that show.
I thought you were going to watch it for Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I did. And now I'm going to pretend like I still don't know the show.
I was going to say, he's still on there this season. He was on there last season and now this current season.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I watched enough of that first season with a minute.
You were scared. You were scared.
No. I totally need to do my Negan cosplay now, though.
Well, a lot of fans were like, they sell that bat.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw it at Walgreens of all places.
Oh, jeez.
That's when you know it's too much, when they start selling stuff at Walgreens.
But I mean, last season though, he was good, but I know a lot of fans were ticked off because they're like, "Oh, it's so depressing," because he just had them under his boot all season. And
that's what makes a good villain.
But this season, it's just all out war, a lot of gun shooting and bombs exploding.
Oh, Michael Bay production, how nice.
No lens flares. No.
Okay. No lens flares. Oh.
But I was gonna say, do you want to talk some comics?
Oh wait, can we talk Flash really quick?
Oh sure, yeah, of course.
Flash this week? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and be by myself. It's okay. I don't think that we need the stretched scenes. I know we're trying to get product placement with the Microsoft Surface Pro or whatever it is. But there's another way that they could have done that, and that I really, really loved. I think it was either season 1 or season 2 of Arrow, where they got to talk, where the executives talked about their how to plot a season and stuff. I would much prefer that to those stretch scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they wouldn't want focus on the executive producers right now, so I get it.
Hi, Andrew. But what did you think of the actual episode of The Flash?
I I liked it. Like I said, they are back. They actually now I feel like they really know who Barry Allen. This is the Barry Allen from the comics that cares about what happens to the villains and the victims, and will sit down and talk to. Like he's been this way the whole season with these metahumans. I think more so because it was the dark matter that created them, but it's still a really good step because even in the animated Justice League, they really showed that human side of him that he cared about his rogues gallery. He would try to talk a bad guy down from the ledge, and I just love that about this season so much. And the whole thing with Ralph, it makes it feel cartoonish in a good way. It's kind of more upbeat than it has been. I love everything about this season so far.
I like Ralph, but does he seem more like Plastic Man to you than Elongated Man?
Yeah, I think he's a Plastic Man everything but name. Even like right, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just like especially like that horrible like.
Have they even given him the Elongated Man name yet?
I don't think any.
I know they name dropped Plastic Man and they vetoed it.
Yeah, no, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, especially like him in the strip club and stuff. It just reminded me of Plastic Man more than
all the way.
Man. Oh yeah.
But that suit. Oh, that cowl has got to be worked on.
I'm assuming they're gonna work on that by the end of the season.
He's so mad about it. He's like, I can't believe they actually put that on TV. He's like, this is worse than the first Canary's outfit. It's like, okay, hey now. He's with me about that first Bolero jacket. He really is. I go back and check the receipts. I've always hated that damn jacket.
But no, it was good. Oh, you shot me in the air.
That was great. And Legends was great. It was a good Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there have been some decent Legends episodes, yeah.
The whole thing with Mari and Isis makes me want to go back and watch the first 5 episodes, is it? Or
yeah, I think, yeah. Although she wasn't in the, when did she come in?
She came in like the 2nd or 3rd episode, right?
I think the 3rd maybe, yeah.
But I do want to see how last season got resolved. I know it was like Dinobots or something running around Los Angeles.
Well, they broke time
episode.
because to get the Spear of Destiny, they had to break that rule, not going back in time and interacting with your past selves.
Yeah, I get that. And it's just like, but it got resolved so quickly, kind of, sort of. So
there was a good scene though of them defeating Reverse Flash, where the Black Flash just like came up and like ripped his heart out.
But oh my God, Damien Dark is back. So I'm just like, what's up, Neil McDonough? I see you. And then it's his daughter, the one. I was just like, okay, now I might actually have to watch Legends. I'm hyped.
Well, it's just like Ra's,
They have better villains than the other universe.
It's just like Ra's al Ghul. When you're that immortal, you're dropping kids left and right over the centuries.
No, I took it to mean that it was the time. She's a time traveling, the older daughter from actual Arrow season, the awful season that shall not be named, that even Stephen Amell doesn't like.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
That's the way that I took it.
I didn't even think of that. Maybe.
I don't want to go back in the. I'm gonna have to wiki it later, but
yeah. Did you watch Supergirl this week? No.
I watched the highlights of Arrow so I can stay up to date. Like I was talking about earlier, I saw the clip about Lila being in the Diggle as the Green Arrow.
Oh God. But oh no, the whole Flash that ending of Flash, where they go to the house and Thinker's in the wheelchair. I'm like, don't tell me you're falling for that. I mean,
me and my boyfriend both said, but Harrison Wells was in a wheelchair. Look how that happened.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, you didn't learn from season 1 and 2. Even if he is like paralyzed in a wheelchair, that doesn't mean he can't be a villain.
How ableist of you.
No, and if you're dealing with a metahuman, who says he can't activate some power and get out of that chair?
Yeah, but is this how Barry ends up in prison? For killing him, maybe?
You think Barry's going to kill them? Or maybe he gets framed. Maybe they fake a death.
I feel like ever since we saw that picture, when he was running through the time stream, the trial of Barry Allen has to happen. It's not going to be the trickster that he kills. This might be the guy.
But
this might be part of his evil plan.
But does all that have to happen, or is that like the multiverse where like
it's a possibility? And I think the trial of Barry Allen is very interesting, especially with this particular Barry. Could be very good.
Because if that wedding wasn't happening in the crossover, I was going to say, oh, is somebody going to come at Iris at the wedding and he's going to do the whole neck snap?
No, I think we've already done with the Savitar thing, putting Iris in danger kind of thing for now. I mean, for better or for worse, she's the new Felicity. She's large and in charge, and you better take note. So, girl power, hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism.
I knew they were protesting too much about something. Now it all makes sense about why they can't write women. Anyway, the Arrowverse is pretty strong, and Black Lightning, like we all suspected, will be getting that post-Flash spot.
Yeah, when they come back from break in January, and then I guess Legends comes back in February. So how many episodes is it getting a new time slot when it comes back in February?
Has to.
Okay, because I was gonna say, how many episodes is Black Lightning? Is it like 13 or something? Or?
It has to be 13.
Because I was gonna say, if it's debuting in January, that's what Legends did. What season one? They did like 13 or something.
Then they got 16, and do they have 18 now?
Last year was weird. I think it was wasn't it like 17 or something? So
yeah, so it's not a full 23 that all the other Arrowverse shows have. So they've got some play. They love to change things around in the spring. So do you think? I mean, I haven't checked the ratings for Legends, but do you think it's going to get another season, or do they want to slowly take away the superhero shows that aren't doing the best?
I don't know, because do you take away Legends and keep Black Lightning? Although
well, you almost once you introduce Black Lightning, I mean, unless it fails miserably at a 0.2, you kind of have to keep it, unfortunately.
But I know they said season one, it's not in that Arrowverse, but with the multiverse, would they try to bring him in season?
They haven't tried to bring Supergirl over, so
well, she's in that multiverse, but
yeah.
I mean, I think that's what they said is no character is going to, from any other Arrowverse show is going to cross over.
And I don't think it should, specifically because of the showrunners and the subject matter that I think they might be tackling. I definitely think that it doesn't, the vibe might not fit with anything else in the Arrowverse anyway.
And you got to build that, you got to world build that thing too before you start adding in all this, any other multiverse stuff.
I mean, but think about this. We had Flash characters crossing over before the Flash, Caitlin and Cisco even debuted. Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking, the showrunners of that show specifically probably made a deal where, hey, if our numbers tank, then absolutely let's collapse into the Arrowverse. But otherwise, we kind of want to be on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame them. I mean, honestly, the Arrowverse writers' room is it's very much a boys' club. So in white, very, very white as well. So I don't know if you guys know Amara and her and her husband are African American. So they have all these other shows like Girlfriends in the Game and things like that. That kind of I'm just picturing Black Lightning very much being in that vein. So keep it separate. No good could come of it.
But speaking of Black characters in appearance and name, I saw that trailer again for Black Panther. I cannot wait for that movie.
Dude, I'm so hyped. It annoys me that it's in February, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, but that sounds like that soundtrack's going to be killer too.
Might be the best superhero soundtrack.
Maybe.
Did you watch anything else this week?
Lucifer and The Gifted.
The Gifted is so cute. I can't stand it. I'm sorry, it's better than the X-verse, movieverse. It is.
It is.
It's just so cute. I just want to pinch everybody's cheeks every week. I can't wait for next week though, because we're gonna get into the dad's past, and apparently his dad worked for Trash Industries. I was just like, oh my god, we're doing it. Yes. I'm in love with The Gifted. I seriously am.
The only question is, was his father a Nazi?
Probably. Or a sympathizer at the very least.
Wolfgang von Strucker.
Okay, comic book.
Well, I was going to say, have you been enjoying Lucifer?
I've been trying. Everybody's so pretty And the action looks pretty decent.
I thought this last week's wasn't that bad. That was one of the better ones this season, I think, with what's her face's ex-husband, the reporter, and he finds out about Lucifer.
It's a show best watched when you're doing something else. It's kind of background noise for me at this point.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Stakes whatsoever. I'm sorry. You bring in God's wife and no stakes. I'm sorry.
And was that you who said I thought they were going to focus on Chloe's daughter more? But have we seen her this season yet?
I mean, you think with the 8 o'clock vibe that I was getting, I definitely thought they were going to go that route.
And I mean, is Tom Welling a reoccurring? Because I don't think he's been the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's just reoccurring. He wasn't full cast. He's back before like the last 3 episodes of the season.
When they say he's the killer.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It would be a departure for him, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why come back to acting and do the same old, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because he was gone for a while and he was perfectly happy. Offered him something, probably why he didn't want to do Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
All right.
Comic books.
Let's do a world's finest segment.
All right, let me see. What did I read this week?
Aquaman?
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
Are they converting him to movie Aquaman? He already has the beard. They gave him the trident at the end of this issue.
Unfortunately, I feel that is the route that they're going, and I don't like it.
All they need is final battle. He gets that shirt ripped off, and they're like, "Here, my lord, here's your shirt." No, just give me some tattoos.
Was it you and I that were talking about Mira getting her solo?
I think I saw. I sent you the link. I don't know if we discussed it. So is that an ongoing?
I must have been on Twitter somewhere. I think that has to be a miniseries. I didn't dive into it too seriously.
Pun intended.
Of course, I'm punny business all day, every day. What's up, Kelly?
Hey.
I thought Super Sons was pretty cool this week.
Super Sons, yeah, they get their own HQ.
Nice.
The Fortress of Attitude.
Oh, that book it has its ups and downs, but I'm still really thoroughly enjoying it.
And Damien has to go to private school.
Duh, of course he does.
He's
not gonna go to public school like some lousy Robin.
Somebody's getting hurt. All right. All right. I need your thoughts since we haven't talked about this lately. What are your thoughts on Batman?
I'm just counting down the issues, man.
So the engagement does nothing for you? Uh-oh. I think we've offended Little Hellfire with that Batman. She's gone. There she is. Wait. Is she back? But I'm telling you, people, I offended her with that Batman.
You did, actually. I said, did you hear me? I said I'm just counting down the issues at this point.
I heard that. Yeah. Did you read this one?
I did.
What do you think of the Talia Selena Kyle fight?
Cat fight. They just couldn't help themselves, huh?
That's my man.
Yeah, it's reductive, and I didn't appreciate it.
I know.
These are two BAMF chicks, you know what I mean? Like in their own right, outside of Bruce, just whatever.
It had to be Talia who had Holly. Okay.
Yeah.
You still digging the Nightwing while Seely's still there?
Oh yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna continue once Seely leaves. Just to be honest,
I'll give it a chance, but odds are I'll probably keep reading since Nightwing. But I mean,
you just keep me informed and it'll be all right.
I will, man.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'll give the guy a chance, but he's only got 3 issues. I'm sorry. He doesn't do well, and I'm not hoping anything bad for the new writer, but come on, it's Tim Seeley. He gets it. He knows it. He's such a fanboy, and it shows in every single issue. But I haven't been disappointed in 33 issues. Are you serious? What's the last comic book run that you've had where you weren't disappointed with 33 issues?
Oh, I can't tell you.
It's back in the 80s.
Probably, yeah. 80s or 90s, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I'm kind of in the vein of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So did he?
Unless Seeley wanted to leave, which I find hard to believe.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Did he leave, or are they like, please, you have to fix Green Lantern? Because that's where he's going. Green Lanterns. They're still doing that book.
I mean, it started off pretty strong. I don't know what the heck happened. Wait, the one with Jessica and Simon?
Yes.
Oh no! I thought you meant the other.
Yeah, no. That's where Seeley's going. Is that Jessica and
cancel it and leave him be.
I'm like, oh, what is their thing about that book? I mean, is it because it's people?
It's corporate welfare.
Are they just like? Are they just like we need the diversity we have?
Make a new character. I don't care. You don't have to keep clinging to what ain't working. Maybe it's their tax write-off. I don't know.
I was to say, put them in the background of the other book.
If by background you mean not at all.
And if you want a second Green Lantern book, give it to somebody. Give it to
Kyle. Y'all know how much I hate Kyle. Give it to Kyle.
And you'd rather see Kyle than them, right?
I would. And this is from somebody. But to be fair, I did like Kyle as the White Lantern and everything, and all the stuff that they were doing in that previous book. That was pretty cool. And maybe go back to that, or we don't need all that.
Or do some kind of like rotating solo book. Kyle gets an arc, John Stewart gets an arc.
I'm saying Sinestro gets an arc. Who cares?
Sinestro had his own series.
It did pretty well from what I remember.
We can't get another ongoing Kyle Rayner series. We can't get a John Stewart solo series, but Sinestro had his own series.
Well, DC villains do have their draw. They do. We have really great villains in the DC universe.
Sinestro for it. I mean,
in that book, he was pretty decent. I felt that he was pretty bland anytime outside of that book.
Yeah.
I mean, his whole take on everything was pretty dang interesting if you were into that kind of thing, which I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Maybe, I don't know. Have you checked the numbers on that Green Lantern book with Jessica and Simon?
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's doing better than we think. I don't know.
Maybe.
But they have to bring in Tim Seeley to the rescue. I don't know.
Have you been reading any metal stuff?
No.
No? Not even like the main miniseries?
No.
Okay. Because they have like a bunch of like one shots on the evil Batman. I'm not even picking those up. Even I'm not picking those up.
Rough.
I'm getting the main miniseries and like whatever goes through the books I'm reading right now. Which they had a nice little crossover with Flash, Green Lantern, and Justice League. And what else?
Hangouts is turning into Skype here.
Oh no, are you having trouble?
Oh, there it goes. It's back. Okay.
You having trouble?
With Google Hangouts? Never.
I don't know. Maybe it's my internet. I haven't had a problem since I upgraded my internet.
Maybe I have to upgrade mine too. I don't know.
But did you read?
Anyway,
did you read anything else? Anything that wasn't DC?
I did read some Marvel. Let me. Hold on.
Oh my God! The world is gonna end.
I read Marvel from time. It's probably like a Star Wars book. I'm trying to remember which one was this week.
There was like 20 different Spider-Man books. I don't know if you read any of those.
No. I got. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, okay. This week was the Star Wars. It was Darth Vader 8 and Dr. Aphra number 14. And Blue number 15, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you.
And I saw that they had the trade for X-Men Gold Volume 2. I'm looking for Volume 1 right now, so I can just do 1 and 2 together.
Oh, that's the other news. Did you see Jean Grey's getting her own X-Men Red?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
X-Men. Why don't you just call it X-Men Ginger and get it over?
Yeah. X-Men Pumpkin Pounder, why not?
Oh, jeez.
I like Jean Grey. I'm glad that she's back, and I'm curious about, what the book's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have her back aboard. Just saying.
I saw I guess you have X-23 and Nightcrawlers coming over and Namor.
Oh yeah, because they did a thing in his before with one of those books. I read it actually because somebody brought it up. I was like, Namor, like he's teaching her how to be more devious or something. Well, he's very apathetic and all those things. You know, he's very Machiavellian and treacherous. And I like Namor a lot, so that'd be cool.
So you don't know what's going on in the Spider-Man books right now?
Not a clue.
Well,
too much.
In
Cash grabs.
In Amazing Spider-Man, well, he's lost his fortune. Peter Parker lost his fortune, thank goodness, and he got a new job
as a photographer.
No, well, he's back at the Bugle. He's not a photographer. He's the new science editor. You people need to subscribe to YouTube just for that face.
That sounds terrible. I thought the Daily Bugle was a blog. What do we need a science editor for? I thought it was out of JJ's freaking house, for God's sakes, when he said it was a blog. Just sitting in his underwear. That's what I pictured.
Well, Jameson's doing a blog. He's not at the Bugle.
Oh, okay.
It was Joe Robertson who gave Peter that job. But no. But then in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter Parker has revealed his last issue. He revealed his identity to J. Jonah Jameson.
Okay, what is the point of all the different Spider-Man books? Like, why? Is it the Death of Superman thing, or like what?
I can answer that.
You looking for the button?
Yes.
I mean, no, seriously, what is the narrative reason for it?
Well, I mean, it's different writers.
I know, but like the Ben Reilly thing, I get it. That's like nostalgia, and they're totally trying to rake in on that.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Reilly's he's in Vegas. He's nowhere near the rest of that. Well, when they put out Spectacular Spider-Man, they were like, "Oh, this is a more, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, like people like. He's not the billionaire, but meanwhile, he lost his money, so now he's not in the other book either. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, because that's what I was just like, kind of just annoyed with about Spider-Man is like just very much the Batman. He has to be in everything pushed in your face.
Like we talked about before.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a narrative reason, I will go with it. If you could just pretend like it's not a blatant cash grab and you're just like shaking me down for my lunch money, I can go with it. But I've never really.
Oh, and with Mockingbird.
Oh, Spider-Man is in a state right now at Marvel. Oh my goodness.
Son, Lilith Hellfire just threw up.
My stomach did retch a little bit. Seriously.
Have they learned nothing from Superman? They need to bring that marriage back.
Didn't they just get married? Your vows? I had that.
What?
The vows book.
Oh, Renew Your Vows. That's like an alternate timeline. That's like.
That is the one thing I hate about. Like, yes, DC has the multiverse, but we
want
very rarely use it.
I want current continuity marriage. It's not good enough for me. Damn it.
Yeah. Okay.
Charlie and I even talked to Peter David, and Peter David prefers the marriage.
I mean, it's working out fine for Superman, is all that I'm saying. That's
what the fans wanted. They junked that Wonder Woman relationship as quick as they could, and they got that marriage back.
Why are they afraid to have Peter married? I mean, I found that way more interesting.
Because the millennials love heroes who sleep around.
No, I mean, we don't.
I know. Try telling them that. Here, let me speak Marvel's language. Marvel, bring Spider-Man's marriage back because
y'all need it since all your artists are leaving, and we're theorizing that it might be a money issue.
And your editor, your editor-in-chief's leaving too.
That's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day.
That's what I said. I'm like, what is something going on over there? Bendis is gone.
Well, I bet you Marvel paid DC.
I'm sure they backed up the money truck for Bendis, yeah. But Axel Alonso is leaving. There's rumblings of one or two other writers leaving. It's like maybe leaving. It's what's going on over there? Are they not paying the money? Are they not paying what these guys deserve, or
I don't know.
are there decisions people aren't agreeing with over there?
It's a curious case that I will get to the bottom of soon.
Detective Lilith.
Lil Hellfire on the case.
Lil Hellfire. The sitcom Lil Hellfire, episode 5, Detective Lil.
Oh my God, you're a mess.
Anyone who can draw cute little cartoons, contact me at Nightwing PDP.
No.
Send me some Lil Hellfire sketches.
Don't.
Why?
Don't encourage him. Okay, let's talk about, since Charlie's not here, let's talk about Archie. Okay, you have to read this new ongoing series. It's Betty and Veronica Vixens. Oh my God, I did not know I wanted this.
Oh yeah?
They start a gang. No, listen, they start a gang. And it's led by Betty and Veronica.
Betty and Veronica Vixens?
This first issue was my everything. I love it. I hope they keep up this quality. It was written by Jamie Rotante, and the art is by Ava Cabrera. And it's $4. Not that many ads.
Uh-oh. Hey, the internet god struck her down for some reason.
They did. So it was only $4. It's not that many ads.
Not that many ads, and that's what somehow Charlie Esser hit a button from some remote location. You're like, but there's still too many.
So yeah, no, I am obsessed with this, and like I said, I just hope I keep up the quality. This is the best new Archie book I've read in a long time. So.
And you said you jumped on the Renato Jones bandwagon?
I did. I am a fan.
I told you it was good.
It's great. Like the pacing and the whole thing is really good. Like you can get through it really quick. Like it sucks you in and you don't want to put it down.
Exactly.
I love the art too. It's so.
And I don't know when, but the last issue of season 2 is coming. Well, next, whenever it comes out. But I believe Kari Andrews said he'll do another interview.
Did you so I actually found a really awesome comic book store finally in my neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Something for what's the big event on November 27th or something? It's for the whole it's slipping my mind right now. I can't think. It's the Watchmen thing.
Oh, Doomsday Clock.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so they're doing from 9:30 to 12:30. It's gonna be contests and all that stuff, and I think that one of the artists is gonna be there to sign it or something like that. So you should probably check your comic books to see a comic book shop if they're doing something like that.
I know my guy never does that, but there's some there's a store around here that sometimes does that stuff.
I haven't been to a nerd gathering in quite a while, so.
Yeah, plus, I have a kid. You're footloose and fancy free. You get some interviews with some artists, Lilith, or even just some reactions from fans.
Yeah, I might.
Hi, everyone. This is Lil Hellfire reporting live from
a nerd store near you. But yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody, maybe check your local comic book shop because, you pick up something besides Doomsday Clock 2. They should have a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh, and they give you people some behind the scenes talk. I was even thinking about that today in the movies because I didn't have to think hard in the movie. Since Doomsday Clock is coming, what is it? This upcoming week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we start some Watchmen reviews?
I thought we were gonna do that when the TV show got more.
Oh, okay.
More defined, and we could.
That's cool.
Start our own little clock.
Okay. That worked.
But I definitely think we could probably talk about issue 1 the week that it drops, maybe.
What, Doomsday Clock?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I don't know who else will be picking it up, but we'll talk about it.
Tyler might. Tyler seemed excited about it.
That's definitely one of the ones that I will get an actual depend on digital.
Wow, now you know she's meaning business now.
Oh, speaking of which, Comixology is having an awesome 80% off sale for all the Justice League books, I think it was.
I wonder why.
I mean,
This
yeah, I
weekend,
know. They always do
Oh.
pretty cool stuff when the movies come out.
Well,
So,
especially I think today, Saturday the 18th, for those listening on the podcast, I think they said it's like Justice League Day or something. I don't know what all that entails. I don't know what that entails, but yeah, it's probably sales on
it
stuff.
has to be better than the Batman Harley Quinn Day.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
probably,
it is. It is 80% off. I had to double check. The sale ends 11/20. This podcast is not sponsored by Comixology, but Amazon or Comixology. If you want to sponsor this podcast, Bill,
you can. We'll do your bidding. Just give us your money. But no, before we go, that we're talking about that Watchmen TV show. Did they announce a date for that, or?
let me see. Watchmen TV show.
Google race. Last I saw, I didn't think.
The pilot was greenlit I just heard about it September 20th this year.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is, it makes me really nervous, is that it's Damon Lindelof from Lost. Now, I love Lost and I love The Leftovers, but his aesthetic is very ethereal and aloof.
Oh, Damon Lindelof got Lilith. She's gone again. Damon Lindelof got you that time.
I don't know what. Somebody must be gaming or
Stop
streaming something on Netflix.
I let you out of the cage. And this
I know. I let him out of the cage for 1 damn hour, and this is the thanks I get.
Just let him off the leash. But
no,
yeah.
I like the movie. Like, even though it kind of veers from the comic book, I love his vision, and I don't think that Damon has that kind of vision.
I don't know. I think it might help that it's on HBO and not like a regular network.
You couldn't do it on regular network.
No.
Oh, but wait, that's not true. I don't know if you guys remember a time when on CBS, because I think CBS and Showtime and all those people are under the same umbrella, Dexter used to come on Sunday nights, the edited version of Dexter, for like a whole summer.
Oh, what was it? A&E used to put on like edited version of The Soprano.
No, but that's A&E. That's still like cable. Like CBS on a Sunday night, you're watching Dexter? I
didn't even know that. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's how I got into Dexter. I was just like, okay, I don't want to see the edited version. I had read the books, but I never heard good things about the TV show. So,
aren't you young and hip? What are you watching ABC for?
No, CBS even.
Oh, CBS.
Me and CBS go way back. Let me tell you, me and my grandma, we used to watch Murder, She Wrote, Walker, Texas Ranger, and then they bought all the rights to TGIF when they had Family Matters, Step by Step. Me and CBS go way back.
Bazinga.
Except for that show.
Oh.
I only watch that show on CBS and reruns. It's true. It's like, oh, nothing else is on. Why not?
Bazinga.
Anyway. I'm almost done with that book that The Leaving. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask you, what do you want to do for book club next?
You can pick it. I don't care. Like I'll read anything.
Well, I looked at those Flash and Arrow books. This is a funny story. Those Flash and that Flash and Supergirl book we saw the ad for. I looked them up. They were on Barnes and Noble's website. Recommended age 9 to 12 years old.
Perfect for us.
Well, no, they have a Wonder Woman novel too, but it's like ages 12 to 17.
Ooh, this podcast is rated T.
Because I guess that whole Wonder Woman thing, I guess that's going to be some kind of series. Well, there's the Wonder Woman book. Then I think I saw next.
Is it all from Abrams Books?
I don't know if that one's from
the same publisher. They might have made like this really massive deal, which is weird because Titan usually does all the fanboy stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that one was Abrams, because there's going to be a Wonder Woman book, and then I think they said the next one coming soon is going to be a Batman book, but it's going to be Bruce Wayne like right before he becomes Batman or something.
So that'll be for 9 to 17.
Well, I don't know.
Huh. I mean, it's good that maybe kids will start reading.
Mm-hmm. But if you want to send us recommendations, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Or
maybe we could read a little PK Dick. Yeah. Oh God.
What?
I thought you were gonna do a sound effect.
What's I don't know what sound.
I don't know what the sound effect would have been. I was like, oh god, he's got a sound effect for that. Seriously, I mean, they got a TV show on right now. I think it's on like Hulu or some kind of streaming service that's about one of his books. Man in the High Tower is also based on one of P.K. Dick's novels. So I don't really like Man in the High Castle book though. I don't really like the book that iRobot's based off of either, but he's done a lot of other good stuff that we can maybe tap into.
I never read him before, but I was even thinking, I'm like, I wonder
you'd love him. He's very pulpy. It's very Batman-esque.
Because I was even thinking the other stuff I haven't read before. I was like, would you want to do any Dark Tower or like Ready Player One or anything like that?
Oh, we should do Ready Player One. When's the movie hit?
I'm not sure. Why don't I just leave Google open tonight? But yeah, I saw the book a few times. I was like, I wonder if Lilith would want to read that, because I've never read it before.
I bought it and I didn't read it because I heard the movie was coming out and all these hipster douches really like it. So I was like, I really am trying to get away from my hipster douche thing. So I was like, I'm just gonna put that off for a minute.
I hate that. March 30th of next year.
Okay, so it's close. So I say we talk about it in the week before.
Okay.
Well, no, we'd have to do it like 3 weeks before just to make sure that the podcast actually got posted on. Delay. We have like to schedule out stuff. I don't know if he wants to schedule it out that far.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I'm scheduling the stuff now, but I mean, it's just Rob.
Can you schedule it out that far? I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean,
because if you do it on YouTube and then like 4 months later,
I've been giving Rob weekly schedules and like. I don't know. His efficiency is about 80% of what I give him. He puts up.
That's all that I mean. Is like we do it on YouTube and then 4 months later it comes on the podcast. Nah.
I'll remember this because it comes out 2 days before my birthday. So.
Yes, he's an April Fool's baby.
Oh my God! 2 days before my 40th birthday. Oh.
Don't feel bad. This year I'm on the other side of 30, so don't feel bad.
Well. You and my wife. Well,
you know us millennials, we're crybabies.
I'm on 31 now.
Yes. Now I can be grumpy and tell kids to get off my lawn.
I'm about to join the Charlie S or 40 club.
40. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. 40-year-old scotch is the best scotch. Just remember that.
Yeah, so drink me in, people. All right.
Yes.
Are we done?
Yes. So, but no, we're going to get a book. We're going to get a definitive answer on the book for the book club right now.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Don't put me on the
We
spot.
can do some Stephen King, I guess. Any Stephen King book.
You know what? Let's take at least take a day or two to think about it. Don't put me on the spot right now. Because I know the minute I say something like an hour from now, I'll be like, why didn't I say that?
It's like wrangling cats. It's okay.
Anyway, yeah, and if you want to send us suggestions, capesandlunatics@gmail.com or 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And if you want to talk to star of Stage and Screen and some kind of upcoming detective project, Lil Hellfire, where can they get a hold of you?
Oh, you can find me at Lil Hellfire on Twitter and at Ventures in FG everywhere else. That's Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. And please be sure to check out my website, adventuresinfangirling.com. And of course, tune in here every Saturday. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's at night. But you just got to hit that subscribe button, click the notification, and you'll always be in the know.
That's my girl. Yeah. Hit subscribe and send us some comment down below, people.
Maybe a like and a share too if you're in a good mood. I won't be greedy.
Yeah, all of it doesn't cost you a thing, people. Just internet access. And if you want to talk to, if you want to discuss anything with me, if you want to do an interview with us for the Capes and Lunatics, and I'm serious about that Lil Hellfire artwork, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. We may have an interview in the works. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Yay! I know what interview you're referring to.
Yes. All right. So I guess that's it for this week. All right. For this week, go see Justice League, I guess. Go watch Punisher, yes. So for this week, we have been the Capes and
The Lunatics!
woo! Next week, we'll be back to your regular scheduled Esser.
Maybe.
Well, definitely, because
No.
we're doing next 2 weeks. We're doing it Friday night, right? Oh, yeah, next 2 weeks, Friday night at 8. If you want to watch the Capes and Lunatics live, so we're gonna do next 2 Fridays. Super Connectivity live at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by Capes and Lunatics at 8 p.m. Eastern.
You can't do super connectivity in an hour.
To get him all. Oh, why? He can still talk. He just gotta switch shows. Get him all revved up and apple juice fueled. So join the fun Friday nights. Good night.